Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another video. I appreciate all the support on the other one. That one came out a lot better than I expected. So now I figured take a little feedback from what y'all said and give y'all a workout video. Today I'm gonna be doing my push B session. I know I put on my little community tab that I was gonna be doing push A, but today's push B. Push B is just push day, but with a little bit more emphasis on shoulders. So I'll be running y'all through that. And I'll also be running y'all through like my sets, my reps, you know, why I do the exercise, why I prefer this exercise over this one, and kind of some mental cues that y'all can use when y'all are doing these workouts, because that's a big aspect that a lot of people overlook in their workouts is mental cues. You know, where should my elbow be going, or what muscle should be working here, like what, and stuff like that. So just a lot of mental cues that I've taken from other people and I've listened to and kind of, you know, applied to my own training that has helped me a lot. So I'm gonna get down this pre-workout meal, which y'all seen in the last video, which is 100 grams cream of rice. Y'all seen the last one, whatever. Can y'all see that? Hold up, let me show you. Hold up. Oh, yep. Already demolished the 100 grams of banana before. So I know we got cream of rice, pre-workout meal. Probably give it about 35 minutes after I eat this, and then I'll head to the gym, and I'll see y'all there. Okay, so for our first exercise, we have the cable crucifix. The reason that I really prefer these over like a normal cable raise or like a dumbbell raise is with the bench, you have a lot more stability. So you're not, you know, having to fucking do this to get the weight up. You can't really cheat the reps when you have the bench that stabilizes you like that. And then with the cables, you really can have constant tension on the outer portion of the shoulder, which is what we're hitting here. If you really hold it there, you know, with dumbbells, you can kind of let it sit and then you lose tension, which when we're trying to build muscle and break muscle fibers down, we want as much time under that tension as we can get. And with the cables, you get more time under tension than you would with like dumbbells. So I'm gonna give y'all some cues and kind of show y'all my top set here with the cable crucifix. You gotta get these wrist cuffs. These wrist cuffs are so clutch for keeping your wrist safe. You're gonna wanna set the cables down kind of like knee height almost. Retract the shoulder blades, make sure your back is flat on the bench. I'm gonna pick them up like this, and then just kind of imagine your elbows being dragged to the ceiling, like if you're like a Muppet. So like elbows to the ceiling, just like that. So for my next exercise, I go into a dumbbell rear delt fly. I would say if you have it at your gym to just do like a reverse pec deck fly, or if you have like the actual machine, do that. But if you don't, a dumbbell rear delt fly, it's not a bad option. It just seems that a lot of people fail to connect with their actual rear delts here. They get a lot of trap involved, a lot of other muscles that they're not trying to target. But with these, you really want to try to reach more out. I've tried a lot of different variations of these, or a lot of different ways of hitting them or like performing them. I can connect with some I can't, but the way I'm doing it right now, I can connect really well with. So with the dumbbell rear delt flies, I'll do 3 sets of 15 to 20, same as the cable crucifix. Try to go a little heavier at the beginning. Sometimes I'll keep the weight the same the entire time, which I probably will do today. But 3 sets, 15 to 20, really try to fill in that rear delt. Don't try and get too much trap activated, and yeah. All right, so for my main heavy movement of the session, I have just like a machine overhead press. You could do a Smith machine overhead press or dumbbells, but I like doing the machine for a little more stabilization or whatever. I'll do one top set here, of like 8 to 10 reps and really try to push the weight here. Not, you know, too heavy to where my form isn't gonna break down or anything, but heavy enough to where I can get a lot of tension on the muscle, a lot of load on the muscle, and keep the reps about 8 to 10. Probably gonna shoot. Last week I got 150 for 8, so this week I'm gonna try to get 9 or 10. I'll do one top set, one back off set of 12 to 15, and then that'll be that for this exercise. This shit, come on. Damn. All right. 9. Not too bad. Did 120 last week for a back off for 14. So I gotta push it to 15 this week. Logbook, y'all. I'm telling y'all gotta be logging your shit. How you gonna know you progressing if you don't log it? How you gonna know? All right. Enough of that. Come on. Oh shit. I got 15. We got 15. Hell yeah. All right, so for our next exercise, it's kind of like, this is a assisted pull-up machine, but I kind of do a little ghetto version, kind of mix it myself or whatever, make it my own lift. So like, you see dip machines like this. We don't have one of those at my gym. I can also do close grip bench. That's in my program as well. But I have been feeling these in my triceps a lot more. You can really just like pound out a lot of weight. These are more of like a tricep mass builder, per se. So with these, I do one top set of 8 to 12. So for that first set, kind of like my last workout, I really try to push the weight on this first set. Form may break down a tad bit, but I try to keep really good constricted form, really keep the triceps engaged the entire time. And then we'll jump into a back off set with a little bit less weight, and then really squeeze every rep out, really get some blood into the triceps. So I'll show y'all this, and let's get to it. Oh, almost forgot my wrist wrap, so my wrists don't break in half. Look at that last one. 10 reps. Can never forget your EAAs and your workout. I wanted to make a good analogy for those of you that don't understand the importance of EAAs or don't really get how they work. Your workout is an individual shooting you with a Fortnite scar. This slurp juice. Every time you're getting shot, every time you're pumping a rep out, you're breaking down your muscle, right? Sip on one of these motherfuckers with EAAs in it, 10 to 20 grams, and you're healing your muscle, you're replenishing your muscle throughout the workout. So it's just a good little analogy, just to kind of, I'm not saying y'all are dumb, I'm sure y'all get it. I'm not saying y'all are stupid, but I'm just saying a little good analogy to use for EAAs to give to your friend. EAAs equals Fortnite slurp juice. Like I said earlier, for this next set, we'll do I dropped the weight about 40 pounds, not too much. So that for that first set, we did 10 reps. This one was a little lighter weight, so it'll back off for about 20 reps and really try and squeeze each rep out, pump a lot of blood into the muscle. So yeah, I dropped the weight. Oh shit, I didn't even drop the weight. Ah. Shit. 20 reps, not bad. All right, so for our only really chest movement of our push day, so on my push A session, which is more chest emphasis, I have one shoulder movement. And then for push B, which is shoulder dominant, which is this session, I have one main chest movement, which I mean, you can count those dips as like kind of like a lower chest movement, but this is mainly, you know, obviously flies are just chest. So it's cable flies are my go-to for really chest movement. I really like keeping the reps higher on these, but like really be emphasizing form, full stretch, full contraction. Slow down the eccentric part of the rep, really get a lot of tension on the chest. And these have always been killer for me. Me and my coach have been perfecting my form on it because I was doing them to where they're hitting a little more of my front delts more than I would have liked, because like when you're doing chest flies and it's your only chest movement of your whole session, you really want to be hammering your chest, and you don't want to be hitting any other part of your body except your chest if that's your only movement for chest for the session. Some good cues for these, for flies, or really mainly cable flies like this. You really, what I've noticed works for me, you know, flat back, don't be like arch, don't round your back out to get the rip. Back flat on the bench, retract your shoulder blades, arms fully out, and try to, instead of reaching your arms together, try and imagine you're reaching as far out as you can. And you'll really get a good stretch on your chest, really get a good squeeze. And then when you come back down, don't just like let the weight fall back, really just like full squeeze, time under tension, maybe time under tension, slow, don't go too slow back, but just constant tension throughout the chest the whole time. And at the end of cable fly sets, I feel like your chest should be on fire. I feel like cable flies is a kind of workout that you don't have to like push the weight super heavy on. If you really go lightweight and have like perfect form, that's the sweet spot for chest, because there's no better feeling than pushing a set of cable flies like this, kind of moderate weight, but like higher reps to fail it. Like there's no better feeling. So take y'all through my sets for these, and then we'll have one set of triceps, or one exercise for just triceps, which will be push downs, and then we'll be done. So let's get into it. Oh, God diggity damn. I think it's about time to take the pump cover off. By the way, retaliation project, shirt just came in, code MADX, 10% off. I'll link the store in the description of the video, so if you want to get some merch, I got some really cool shirts. These compressions are tough. They have some anime shirts, like I have a Zod oversized tee that I'll wear in a video probably later in the future, but yeah, I'll link that in the description below, code MADX, 10% off to save some bread. There we go. on my chest flies, I'm a big fan on the last set. Try and get as many perfect reps with a heavier weight as possible. And then I really like going into a couple drop sets after that. A lot of people with drop sets, they'll drop the weight and then they'll just fucking crank them out. But I'm a really big fan of like doing drop sets, but keeping the form still very strict. So like even if you can only get 5 strict reps, I feel like that's a little more beneficial than dropping the weight and then just slinging it. I mean, you're still getting a little bit of muscle breakdown, but I feel like you get a little bit better muscle breakdown if you were just to do less reps, but with better form. So that's what I'll do here. I'll keep the weight the same as I did the last set, and then I'll drop it probably 2 times and really just like really squeeze it out. So yeah. What y'all know about that poison tree, huh? I don't even know if this is getting it, but our last part of the session, we just have some tricep pushdowns. Really good point. There's some really good points that I have with these. A lot of people don't get, you know, it's called a push down, not like a pull down. I like these. So like get it, you know, push down, and you're pushing the weight down. I feel like a lot of people are like kind of pulling it down, but you're pushing it. So like lock your triceps in like this and push the weight down, push downs. So I'll do 2 top sets here of about 12 to 18 reps, and then I'll have a burnout set on the end. So I'll get done with that second set. I'll drop to like a drop set, burnout set on the last one. So I'll do 2 sets, a little higher, a little lower reps, higher weight, and then that last one I'll drop the weight and just pump them out. So yeah. Pump check. Chuck talk number 2 topic is isolating yourself from other people or other things really the key to self-growth and self-improvement. So I think the idea of isolation can get really, really sloppy. You know, I feel like people like they look at it the wrong way sometimes. So like they'll take themselves out of situations and isolate themselves almost not for themselves, but just to like, oh yeah, I'm grinding it out on my own. I'm doing this on my own. I feel like that's why, and people like overdo it. They'll isolate themselves from like their loved ones and family. I've fell victim to that a lot. And with like recent events that have happened in my life, that's been brought to my attention. And isolation can be such a great thing. Like isolating yourself, removing toxic people or toxic things, and being really in your own head can be a great thing, but it can also be a very negative thing. And I've recently learned that, I was letting, all my worries and stresses and kind of hurt other things. And, I realized that. But more of the good side of isolating yourself is, I feel like you have to really, like, if you have a goal that you really want to hone in on, you can't have a lot of other distractions. Like, you really have to lock in on that goal. And you really have to like just take yourself out of other people's situations, because in all honesty, the less you have to worry about, the more you can worry about your goal, and the easier that makes it on you. People go, I feel like I can't focus. Well, it's because you're going out to parties every fucking weekend. You're on your phone constantly. You're doing this, you're doing that. It's because you haven't taken inventory of yourself. You know what I mean? It's like, I can't lock in on all these things and I'm not accomplishing all my goals, but you're not focused enough. You're not worried enough. Like, it doesn't matter enough to you. Like, you aren't worried about it enough to miss that party, to miss that event, to not hang out with these friends. And that's just something that you have to grow comfortable within yourself. And that's another thing that self-isolation, isolating yourself can do, is it can teach you how to love yourself, because you're really all you got. Like, you have your family, you may have your friends, but when you were born, you were only given yourself. You were given you and your soul and your life. That's it. And what isolating yourself forces you to do, it forces you to begin to love yourself. And people take it, people I feel like that do this soul isolate themselves and like, I hate myself, I hate this. And I've been like that my whole life until recently. It's like, you have to take the time that you take away from other people, when you take it within yourself, to love yourself, to build it. Because like, why would you want to hate on the person that you are? You isolating yourself and then you're hating on yourself. Like, you're taking yourself out of all these things to focus on your goal, and you're going to hate on yourself? Like, this is all coming to me, and don't think I just know all this, and this is all, everything I preach to y'all is things that I'm learning with y'all. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm teaching it to you, but I'm also learning it at the same time, because I'm human for the first time, you're human for the first time, yada, yada, yada. But like, that's what it really comes down to, is like, self-isolation. You can work on your goals, and you can work on loving yourself, and work on being you and being comfortable in your own skin, because you can be such a greater human when you love yourself. I've come to realize, like, how could I expect to love someone that isn't me, or love something, or love the world, or give love to the world, if I don't even love myself? And I know this sounds like a super really deep topic, but it's like, your life becomes so much better when you can become comfortable in your own skin and happy in yourself and proud of yourself. Because like, a lot of people on like the self-improvement journey do not give themselves, I know a lot of people like, well, you never be fucking satisfied. Never. Yeah, but it's all about a good balance of both. Like, don't be satisfied where you're at. Don't become complacent, but be proud. Because if you're beating yourself all the time, and you never give yourself a break and never give yourself props, you're never going to think you're doing anything. And for some people that's fine. Some people think, I've done that for a long time, but I realized that recently it's helped me so much to just like, every once in a while, just take a step back and be proud of yourself. because a lot of people, and especially I feel like a lot of my crowd is like younger, you know, people with self-improvement in that, you know, niche or whatever. If you're taking the time and effort to take yourself out of other things and like not fall victim to pressure and all that shit, dude, you're doing so much better than 99% of people. You know, people just, yeah, have like, for example, have a piece of this cake. It's not on my it's fine, I'll have one. If you're able to take yourself out of those situations and really hone in on your goals, you will see a world of benefit. You will see as much as you give to this and your goal is how much you'll get to it. That's how I look at it. And that's how I really stay consistent. It's like, well, if I just keep chipping at this, the more I give to it, hopefully the more it'll give to me. The more I give, the more I'll get. If you put a little effort toward your goals and you go to all these things and you do all this stuff, and I'm not saying don't ever go, you know, don't be a fucking monk in the woods and never do anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying don't fall victim to outside pressures. Isolate yourself if you really care about something, and love yourself, dog. Like I'm telling you, you can't expect to give true, genuine love to anything or anyone if you don't first look in and love within. And that's really my truck rant to y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'll get better at making the workout vlogs. That was the first time I've ever recorded any of my workouts, so I'll get better at that. But let me know let me know in the comments what y'all thought about the video, what y'all want to see. I'll drop all the links to all my stuff in the description for my supplements and for Retaliation Project, which you code Maddox on both of those. Let me know what y'all want to see in the next video, and I will see y'all next time.